Okay guys, I wanted to do a quick video kind of exemplifying how to do a cutscene for your game. And the first thing that you need to start is make a script with the name of your map, because the map followed by script is the first script that gets loaded by the actual map. So this one is called test.script, which because the map name is script, test even, the map name is test. And we want to do prelude 1 and visual vn1. And then you save. And now we want to have an image. I actually was making this image a bit earlier, but I got like interrupted. So just any image that has the same resolution that you're going to be using in Easy First Person Editor. It's important to note that it's 16:9. That Easy First Person Editor tends to use. So this one, I'm scaling it from 128 by 72 to 1280 by 720 pixels. And I'm saving it in a folder that I called cutscenes inside the actual project that I'm doing, which is Drakenstein. And I'm only doing this for tutorial purposes. And then you save. And then on your script, you want to get that image. So the image is inside cutscenes, and then it's called test1 PNG. Now, you have the image loaded, and that's fine, but it's not going to show the image yet. Because now what you want to do is show test1. And there's 3 more things that you can add, and it's the position, which is X and Y. What that you want to be 0, 0. This way it's placed, I believe it kind of places on the top left, but I could be wrong about this. If you wanted to do it to the middle of the screen, you would divide your resolution by half if you wanted to place it in the middle. And the last one is how long it takes for the image to show. I put it at 0, but maybe you want to put it at like 2, maybe. So it goes from black to the actual scene itself. And then you can do something like a text. And so the journey to adventure began. After that, which are the 3 falling numbers after it, 255, 255, this would make white, and depending on the combination, it's going to put like different colors. You can just check based off what color you want, what you want to do. I'm just going to put, for example, like this. So I kind of showcase that it's going to be different than white when it's in actual in-game. So what this is going to do is do this for, it's going to load the image in 2 seconds, and then it's gonna play this text. And maybe we could also have a sound. So if we did sound, in mine is, I'm gonna use a sound called Intense 1 that I have in my sounds folder, which I believe is like this. And keep in mind you need to have the type also written down after the name, or else it's not gonna do anything. Because it doesn't know what it is. And then if we want to play the sound, we can play it as the image is loading. So Intense 1, which is the name of the sound. Play sound Intense 1. And we can even have like a little timeout in the beginning. And timeout you do like this. Timeout 1 second. So it takes 1 second for then the image to start showing up. And you can also do this as 0. You could have this 0 so the image shows instantly. And actually we're going to do that instead. We're going to show the image instantly with the sound. And then at the end, when you want the map to start, you do map start. And this means that after you load this text and then you press enter, the actual map is loaded and the cutscene is over. So I'm going to show you what this looks like in game at the moment. And so the journey to adventure began. And you saw that it took a second for the image to show up, and it showed the text at the same time. You press mouse or enter and you go straight into the cutscene. Things that you can do. You could have it, for example, there's like a timeout of 1 second between the image and the actual, yes, the image and the actual text that you show, in order to give it, I don't know, maybe a little bit more of a flair. You could have sounds that are used whenever text pops up, for example. So I'm going to use the same sound again, but it's going to play a sound there, and it's going to play a sound again when the text pops up. See what I mean? And there are people that, you know, they have very specific sounds for when the text shows up. This can be done on everything. It doesn't need to be just cutscenes. Whenever you have like scripts, you could have sounds play when text is being showed up. You could have like a little bit of a typewriter thing going on. As a matter of fact, let me see if I have any other sound I could use, which is not exactly I don't have the best sounds for like writing, but maybe I have something here that could technically work. Let's do FUD one, which is, I'm gonna put another sound over here. TUD one, stud one WAV file, and then we play sound TUD one over here and save. But now it's gonna do this. And so the journey to adventure began. And then boom. And keep in mind that with this, you can technically do animations as well, because with different images. So I'm gonna do this really quickly right now. Let me switch over to Sprite. If you had animations showing up. So I'm gonna do something really quick. We're gonna have this go from here to here. I'm not really caring about the quality of animation or anything. It's just so you get an idea. So it's gonna save. I want to save. Everything is text, PNG. So this is gonna say text 1, text 2, text 3. And now, let me go to Easy FPS Editor. If we go to the script, we can do this. Let's say I wanted to run at 10 frames per second. We do a timeout, and we want to load every individual image first, or else the editor does not know which images to load and then which images to show. So we're gonna do that. So show text 2, and then we do another timeout. Show text 3. And I've done, so in my little prototype, I have animations that go up to like 30 or so frames. So you can see as you add up, you got to do this thing over and over again. There's probably ways to make it faster. What I generally do is do 1 and then 2 and then 3, and I do all this going all the way down the list to make it faster. So yeah, after this we can have the timeout of 2 seconds again. And now you're gonna see this animation play out. So let me switch over to it would be great if it actually zoomed in. Can't find the window. Come on. There it is. Hold on. I'm gonna load this again and you're gonna see it in action. Yeah, you saw the image move because it's loading the 3 images. So you can see how to do animation in this. It's by having a sequence of images. That's what an animation is. So you can definitely do that in this. It doesn't need to be a video. A video could be easier, but you can also do images. So the choice is yours. So yeah, I hope this video is able to help you do like cutscenes for your game. Like, it could be like a little intro cutscene. It could even be a text that you get in the beginning of the game before you actually go into the actual game itself. It could also be a conversation that you have with a character. Maybe there's a zoom in on their face, or you just have an image of their face that basically shows whenever you interact with something. You can do a bunch of different things with this. But yeah, the important thing is, if you want a map cutscene, you need the map name dot script, and you need to have a map start at the end of it. Then you can basically get like a cutscene started. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Also, I released a prototype of Dragonstein on itch.io. I would love to get a little bit of feedback. That would be great. Anyways, bye bye.